Hola, 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 and welcome to the Any Person's Tournament from Pepsiman. I'm Joe Senpai, and well, on this night, I'm gonna be your commentator for this amazing best of three game between Jonathan Irvings and Emilio Loco. We need to point out that this is an international match, ladies and gentlemen. And why do I say this is an international match? Well, this is something really easy to guess. First of all, because Jonathan Irving is from Singapore and Emilio is from Uruguay, and your commentator is from Mexico. So yes, we have three non-native speakers on this amazing Pepsiman match. So we wish the best of luck to both of the guys, and unfortunately, Jonathan messed up a bit and received some damage. So this is gonna affect him and put him a bit behind than Emilio. That now Emilio is on the lead. Unfortunately, none of them were canless on this time. So well, now it's time to see what is gonna be happening with the guys on it. So this is gonna be a best of three game. This is exactly the losers final match. Both of these guys were eliminated from the tournament, and now they're gonna be looking for the possibility of reaching the grand finals. So the best of luck to both of the runners, and we'll Emilio finish him first because well, he hasn't got any mistake for now. So how it's supposed that you're gonna be speedrunning Pepsiman? Well, this is really simple. Just try to get as less Pepsi cans as you can, and just try to be fast. Yes, because you can go even slightly faster rather than your normal speed on the game. And how suppose you do that? Well, this is really simple. There are two ways, and we can see definitely the difference with Emilio, because the first thing you can do in order to go faster is obviously mashing buttons. Well, not mashing buttons, just doing the dash. I don't know what I've said mashing buttons. That doesn't have sense for me. But well, first of all, with the dashing, if you go slightly faster, this is just press up and square, considering that we're using the default button layout. And at the same time, you jump, you're gonna be slightly ahead for some reason. So dashing plus jumping on a specific spot is gonna be helping to you to move slightly faster. But well, in this case, we are on the Pepsiman Pro Skater section, where well, this is an insta-kill section, so both of the runners need to be really careful. And after that, we need to avoid the truck that is throwing some furniture because somebody was moving on the city, and well, I'm pretty sure that that's not a good moving company, definitely. And I don't know if this is me or everything sounds slightly lower. Oh, that's me. My bad. Okay, so let's go back to the action. Now, both of the runners are on 1-1, the first boss, as we can define this. I'm not quite sure if we can say that this is a boss stage or something like that. Well, we have seen that Emilio has done this without bigger problems, and that's good for him. And also, this was easy peasy for Jonathan. The only difference that both of the runners had on this time was that, well, first of all, I forgot to tell Emilio that he needed to smooth his Henry Stigman video that he has on his layout. I'm going to be telling him that later for the second game. And, well, also, Jonathan made a small mistake at the beginning of 1-1, which caused him to receive damage, and when you receive damage, you basically lose time. And well, definitely, Emilio's having an advantage on his movement because he's jumping while dashing. This doesn't save so much time; it helps you a little bit, not so much, but better than nothing. So, in both situations, both of the runners are on the same. Same level of possibilities. Now after the barrel section, which is our obstacle section, we need to go to the bridge. We have here a big difference, and is that Jonathan has catch 11 Pepsi cans up to this point. Emilio has 5. Both of them are gonna be getting the new record jingle, so it's not gonna be like a big deal. You can lose up to 2 seconds when you get all Pepsi cans, and another 2 seconds for the new record jingle. So this is not gonna be like a big difference on time if we compare the Pepsi cans from both of them. I know that Emilio has more practice doing this canless than Jonathan. So this is going to be really interesting because at the same time, Jonathan decided to win a bit safer on the bridge section, which is something it's something really good to go safe. Mostly, in a situation like this is tournament, because there are a lot of sections where if you lose your speed, if you lose your momentum, there's a high chance that you can die. So again, good luck for both of the runners. Now it's time to go to the C words. We're in 2-2, and let's see which surprises the game has for us. Okay, Emilio is going for the risky way, for risky strats, because those pipes doesn't cover it with you so much for the jumping and dashing strat, for the jumping and dashing, dash plus jump movement, as we have seen here with Emilio. Unfortunately, he hasn't timed correctly his movement here, so that's the reason why he had received damage. So you need to be really careful here on this sewer section with your jumps and dashings. Now we are on the drain section. Now we can notice here a big difference with the bottom runners, because Jonathan has catch 6 Pepsi cans. Emilio is going canless, so if he finishes this stage canless, he is gonna save 2 seconds, because we're not gonna be having the new record jingle. Because every time you complete a stage, as we have seen, the game tells you how much Pepsi can you have catched. And if you collect at least a single Pepsi can, considering that you're using a blank file of the game, you're gonna be getting the new record jingle. We're gonna be getting it on the in-game time, but in this case, Emilio has finished the stage canless, so this is gonna be a save of 2 seconds for him. Unfortunately, Jonathan has catch 8 Pepsi cans, so he's gonna be getting the new record jingle, making him lose a little amount of time. But there are still chances in order to recover some of the time later on the stage. You know, did you know, chat, that the best way to deliver pizzas is with a truck? Because yes, we have the red pizza truck that for some reason wanna eliminate Pepsiman. I don't know why they wanna do that. Pepsiman is a chill guy, unless they are on the side of the forbidden drink, but that's something that we're not gonna know best for now. And well, Emilio doing Emilio things on camera. One of these I'm gonna be talking seriously with him about that. Well, let's make Emilio do their things, and also Jonathan finishing without problems. It has been really complicated for Jonathan to catch Emilio at this point, since both of them are playing almost on the same level of abilities. So maybe a big mistake with Emilio can help a bit Jonathan, because definitely Emilio has saved time avoiding the new record jingle on 2-2. That has helped him in order to recover the time he has lost due to the little mistake on the sewer section. And now let's see if we're gonna be watching a different thing here, because both of the guys went for a different way, are going for a different way to avoid the first trucks here. Unfortunately, Emilio trying to perform the truck skip, he failed it, and he failed again. Jonathan is gonna go for the regular way. Emilio, well, he needed to react that he was gonna die, so that was a slow death. And he's gonna be trying again the truck skip. And yes, the third attempt, it's always, or most of the time, the good one, because he was able to get the truck skip. I think that he discovered this, and I don't remember exactly who was, but he was one of the first runners who were able to implement that on their runs. In this case, he's not gonna be saving so much time, but since he has died and now he was able to do the truck skip, you can compare this with Jonathan's screen. I feel that Jonathan has reduced some of the time advantage that Emilio had due to that mistakes. But yeah, truck skip saves a good amount of time as we have compared this. Now, both of the runners are kinda close in some way, but Emilio still being ahead at this point. Plus, Emilio is going canless. Jonathan has catch 6 Pepsi cans up to this point. And usually this last section is a bit tricky to skip Pepsi cans. Let's see if Emilio is able to do that. And there we go, Emilio avoiding the Pepsi cans on the car wash section. That's something really difficult for him, so cheers for him because he was able to do this on a tournament. Definitely Emilio knows what the skin needs to do, definitely. And he's trying to do it. He's taking a lot of risks going for these strats. And well, looks like if things keep happening like this with those small mistakes, maybe there's a chance that Jonathan will make a comeback. For now, we still need to be patient and wait in order to see what is gonna be happening, because now on 3-2 we have first the Bulls section, which you just need to remember on which spots that the Bulls are gonna spawn, and you can skip that really easy without problems, definitely. And now we are on the barrel section. Ooh, it looks like Jonathan has received some damage. But it's fine, it's fine. That animation doesn't make him lose much time. The big problem is here with the barrel section. This is an insta-kill section at the same time. There's a big chance that you don't fall in the holes. Emilio completing this without problems. And now we are on the mine section. Also, Jonathan, shout out for him for doing this also without bigger problems. Now we are on the mine section. And the problem here are those mine carts spawning. Fortunately, everything it's not RNG based, so you need to remember in which points where all the stuff is gonna spawn, and it's gonna be easier for you. You don't need to be so really. You need to be so really. Well, you need to be careful, not really careful about all of those things, because here unfortunately Emilio has received damage with a minecart. And again, he received a damage with a minecart. And this is really important to mention, because if you are dashing and then you receive damage like that, like in both of the times that Emilio received damage, what is gonna be happening is that there's a chance that if there was a hole, you're gonna be pushed so back and you can fall into the hole. And Jonathan decided to play slightly safe, and the difference of time between these guys has been reduced by a lot. I think that it's like 6 seconds, and maybe it's like 6 seconds ahead from Jonathan on this point. So everything will depend on the Pepsi City, Fortress 1 and Fortress 2. Both stages can be kinda problematic sometimes. Usually, even casually talking, people used to have problems with those stages, mostly on Fortress 2. And it's really common on speedruns that if you have reached the last stages, you cannot complete your run, because sometimes some stuff can go really wrong on those stages. Here in 3-2, we just need to remember on which points does these pieces of wood are gonna be spawning, and that's everything. This is not something complicated. And also, these stages are auto-scrollers, so... Let's keep going. So well, after you complete this stage with the trunks as well, unfortunately it looks like Jonathan has died. I got a problem here with my feet, so I'm gonna assume that he has died. At this point, this is really bad. Because mostly on those stages, well, first Emilio getting truck escape on 4-1, and well, going back to Jonathan. A big problem with this stage is that when you receive damage, you're gonna be closer to the boss. So the closer you get to the boss, the hardest the stage takes. And personally, I can say that 3-3 is the most hardest from all stages. Mostly because the trunks uses to spawn really quick. And sometimes your screen doesn't help you to see correctly where they are spawning. Ooh, I haven't liked so much with the path that Emilio decided to take. Sometimes that's risky because one of the cars can make you damage, but fortunately this was not the situation for him. Again, Jonathan receiving damage. He's trying to do the truck escape. He's able to do it. I think that 4-1 truck escape is the more easiest from all of them. So it was really nice to see Jonathan getting it, but now he's pretty behind, considering that. Ooh, that was another closer one for Jonathan also. Definitely these guys are taking a lot of risks. They know what are they doing, so perhaps the upside. Definitely this is gonna be something interesting to watch at the end. Please remember you that this is a game, best of 3. This is the first game, and the winner of this is gonna be moved to the main bracket for the grand finals, where they're gonna be facing Mac Hooper, who is actually the world record holder, and well, Emilio is a former world record holder. So, and also Emilio was eliminated from thanks to Hooper. So I bet that he has a good reason to be back on there. And also Jonathan has been improving his skill recently on the game, so we are definitely watching some high-level action on the game. Now, Emilio is directly on the factory on 4-2. This is the most complicated stage, mostly since the camera doesn't help to you on these pipe sections. And everything can happen here. You need to remember, most of this game is just to remember at which point you need to be dashing, and that's everything. Unfortunately, again, Emilio receiving damage. I don't know if the runners are watching the race. I hope they are not doing that, because they may be a bit nervous if they try to do it. And also, I really hate this section, which is a bit tricky also to move slightly faster. And looks like Emilio again is going for a countless route. And well, the tight wall section, another insta-kill section of the game, and the most hardest of all. Casually talking, this is the section where most of players used to die a lot. But once you play this stage and dominate this section, congratulations, because you have learned the 50% of the speedrun of this game. And now Pepsiman on Emilio's screen, fixing the main Pepsi computer from being overloaded. Well, on this point, we can say that Emilio has won this, because the next stage is another auto-scroller, and the only thing that can make that Jonathan can win this is that Emilio dies. So this is not like in other video games, where also on these last stages there's a chance to make a comeback. Unfortunately, this is not the case. Unless Emilio dies, this is gonna be the opportunity for Jonathan. And with a time of 19:23 and some lag on Emilio's side, Emilio has finished this first race, achieving his first point. So now it's time to wait until Jonathan is able to finish the run. GG's for Emilio, and let's cheer also Jonathan, who is facing the last boss of the game. Was Emilio having a lot of courage to do this kind of thing when his family is behind him? And with a 20-26, we say also GG's for Jonathan.
You got it! Yeah! Woo!
And remember,
Pepsi. Drink Pepsi!
this is something that everybody needs to have on mind all the time.
Pepsi. Only my choice.
You know, both of the runners are getting ready for the next game. We're gonna be waiting a little bit before we can see that. Since also both of the runners need to load a save state that are playing on emulator, so they can load a save state, or also they can load a fresh file, because that's a requirement for the game. We don't need to have the free play and or expert menu. We need to load that clean file before we can start with a different run. Looks like Jonathan is trying to get a bit relaxed. Maybe he was a bit nervous during the run. We need to remember this is a race, a tournament, so you can be nervous and a lot of things can happen. So shout out for him. And well, in this case, looks like he's resetting the game. Yes, and also that's valid. So we're gonna be waiting a little bit before both of the runners are ready, and we can start. Yes, Cooper, you is the first round, but don't worry, you're gonna be watching the second one. The biggest mistake was that Jonathan received damage on 1-1. That definitely hasn't helped him to be ahead of Emilio, and then Emilio doing Emilio things. And also he got his mistakes also. So it was balanced in some way. So now, game 2, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be having a game 3, or Emilio is gonna be facing Cooper again on the main bracket. So looks like also Emilio was trying to get relaxed. Maybe this was a bit stressful, sorry. And we have and maybe he was a bit nervous also. Again, apologize if I mess up with my words. I need to remember that everybody, this is an international match with 3 people who doesn't speak English as their main language. So this is a very interesting situation on the speedrunning history of speed gaming. Because up to this point, I cannot believe that we're having a Pepsiman Any Tournament. You know, this is still being like I don't know how to say this. It feels like if this was a weird dream. But anyways, round 2, ladies and gentlemen, second game of the night. Let's see how this everything is gonna be for both of the runners. Hopefully, Jonathan is not gonna be having issues. And let's see also if any of the runners can go through the countless route on 1-1. Because the first countless we got was on 2-2 on Emilio's screen. All previous stages were with cans. Okay, Jonathan catching his first cans, Emilio still being canless. In a row? I don't think so. Maybe we're gonna be scaling down another time, but let's wait because this hasn't been defined. Because maybe Jonathan can give us a surprise. So we don't know. Everything can happen. Well, Emilio unfortunately also catching Pepsi cans. This is not gonna be able to be countless for both of the guys. This is gonna be kinda balanced. So Emilio's gonna be having a slight advantage, maybe for some milliseconds. Yes, Emilio's gonna be having like a second and a half advantage on this point. Well, one is two. And if you're going to San Francisco, you should wear some flowers in your hand. Also, Jonathan catching some Pepsi cans on the way. Emilio looks like he's gonna be trying to get handless here. And now, Pepsi Man, Pro Skater. Okay, definitely Emilio has got another small advantage. Jonathan Bookman was a bit slow on this stage. Now let's switch really quick the audio to Emilio, who is ahead on this point. Ooh, Emilio receiving damage, not like this. Just be careful, Emilio. There we go. Decent 1-1 for Emilio. Jonathan also has made a very good work. Let's see how this is going to be on the second stage of the game. As I've said before, if you receive damage in these auto-score stages, you're just going to be getting closer to the boss. And the closer you get, the harder it's going to be to complete this because you have less time to react. Yeah, big not like this energy for Emilio, definitely. Emilio, at the beginning of the stage, catching accidentally a Pepsi can. And we have noticed in his reaction that he was trying to go again handless. But now he got a Pepsi can to say, he has said, okay, whatever, let's do this. To be able to do this. And also Emilio, see with a bit of damage on the bridge section. Jonathan again is moving slightly safe, which is really good. We have seen that Emilio took some risks and unfortunately received damage. So this is like something really important to consider on these stages. Running around at the speed of sound. Sorry, I don't know how this song is, so I cannot keep trying to sing that. But yeah, you can imagine that with Cityscape song. But well, the only song that the game has and its different remixes are not bad at all. Well, maybe if you play this casually, but when you speedrun this game, you learn to love the amazing soundtrack of this title. Yeah, I know which song is. I just don't remember it correctly because it's not like if I have listened to that song so much. On Sega stuff, I'm mostly into the 16-bit action rather than the Dreamcast era. That really hurts, Emilio. But again, Emilio's trying to get this countless. He was able to do this on the first game, so he shouldn't have problems here trying to go for the countless route again. And again, he does 2 countless for Emilio. Don't worry, people, we are back. Okay, to the 3, nothing interesting to mention, so. Let's wait until 3-1 again. Okay, 3-1, let's see how the guys escape the trucks. I'm gonna be putting attention on Jonathan because I haven't seen correctly which was his strat for this on the first race. Okay, he's going for the safe route. Yeah, he's following my strats of doing this really safe. And now, okay, this is good for Emilio. He was able to get the truck escape on the first attempt. On the previous race, he unfortunately died trying to getting this. And since Jonathan doesn't go for the truck escape, there's gonna be something bad for him. There's gonna be a big disadvantage comparing him with Emilio, because this is another auto-scroller section. And again, countless 3-1 for Emilio. At some point, I need to learn how to do all of this countless. I'm having pretty busy on other things like procrastinating. Okay, my bad. It wasn't countless at all. He catch a single, just one Pepsiman, Pepsi can, a single Pepsi can. So due to that, he got the new record jingle. Ooh, Emilio, what happened there? Definitely this is gonna be good for Jonathan because unfortunately, those rocks as we have seen are insta kill. So unfortunately, this has made that Emilio went back to the previous checkpoint. The last one was really behind. We have seen that with this. See, Emilio has lost a good amount of time, and now Jonathan may use this on his side in order to put another extra half of time. Emilio still being ahead, but another mistake like that, and definitely Jonathan's gonna be taking the lead. Also, Jonathan doing slightly safe this section with the minecarts. And yeah, that was something really huge for Emilio. That was really bad. Yeah, and also in the previous stage, I thought that he was gonna be smashed by one of the last rocks of the stage. It looked like this wasn't the case. Okay, Fortress 1, Pepsi City. Let's see what's gonna be happening here. Well, Emilio receiving some damage, and also he failed getting the truck skip. Let's see if Jonathan is able to get this. Looks like that's gonna be the case. Emilio moving really close to the truck. This was really bad for him. Jonathan being able to get the truck skip. And since Emilio hasn't reached the point where you get the first checkpoint, the point that Jonathan has catch right now. Now Jonathan is ahead on this point. And also, again, Emilio unfortunately, well, no, he was able to get it. I thought that he has failed again the truck skip on Forest 1, but now he was able to get this. So now this was an amazing big change that maybe nobody was expecting. But well, as I said before, everything can happen, and Emilio is taking a lot of risks on the run. And also, we can see how concentrating does Jonathan is at this point. He may don't know that he's ahead right now, so since he's ahead, let's put his audio because why not? Wow, their music was almost signed. Interesting. That's not something common to listen to. But well, also we have seen what can happen on Pepsi and the Pepsi factory in Forge 2. And this is a stage that where Jonathan moves a bit safe, and also Emilio got some small mistakes on the last stage. Well, sorry, on the stage on the last run, in the last game. Again, everything can happen here. We didn't say that up to this point, the bottom runners has been kinda clean order movements. Because Emilio has been getting a lot of unfortunate moments. now we're into the pipe section. Good luck, Jonathan. Ooh, that were some risky jumps there. Emilio's still trying to do this canless. He was able to get it on the last run also. Ooh, small hit for Jonathan. Just kind of find a lot of things because also, yeah, I knew it. Looks like this may change on a bit again. Now Jonathan moving slightly safe and trying to catch some Pepsi cans in order to refill his health. But he's still being on the lead. Ooh! Oh my goodness! He was close to fall down! And he was able to save it! Amazing, Jonathan. You made something really, really amazing there. And now both of them are on the insta-kill section of the tight walls. Ladies and gentlemen, if Jonathan doesn't make any mistake, and with any mistake I refer to don't die, on Fortress 3, we're gonna be having a game 3. Oh, the jump glitch. Oh, okay, that's the jump glitch, interesting. I have been playing this game for I don't know how many years, and I have learned that was jump glitch, because I read all the time that people were saying jump glitch, but I didn't understood what they were trying to say with the jump glitch. But well, looks like game 3 can be a reality. So this is gonna be something that maybe not so many people were expecting. But this is something I said at the beginning of the run. Maybe Jonathan was gonna give us a surprise. And looks like the surprise may happen here. We need to remember that unfortunately Jonathan died here on the last run. So I'm gonna assume that he's gonna be trying now to be more focused here in order to don't receive damage and don't die. No, wait, he died on T3. He was able to complete this without problems. Oh, you get an idea about what I'm trying to say, Joe. Let's go, Jonathan. Let's go, Emilio. And I don't know, this looks like a PB pace. This looks like a PB pace for Jonathan. This is a PB for him. PB by 11 seconds, and Emilio finishing with a 1943 GG's for both of them. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what this means?
You got it! Yeah! Yeah!
We got
Woo!
game 3.
Everybody Pepsi! Drink Pepsi!
Yes, game 3, ladies and gentlemen, put all your bets right now because it's the time to see who's gonna be facing Hooper on the next round. Okay, let's just pretend we have seen nothing.
Pepsi is... Excuse me.
Well, now both of the runners are gonna be preparing their games. So I'm going to be patient about that. And well, what we have seen some months ago wasn't a Monk toss moment. That person was using a towel, so we are safe. And it's not roommate. I think it's those are his family members. But yeah, I told him to be a bit careful about that. But yeah, that person is in a towel, so we are safe, ladies and gentlemen. And well, we're gonna be waiting 2 minutes. Jonathan is asking for the 2 minutes in order to be ready. Just for now, I'm gonna be hiding Emilio's camera until the next match begins, just to be a bit safer because we don't wanna trigger the Monka toss. And well, we need to make a small summary about what has happened here. So in the first match, Jonathan unfortunately received damage on 1-1 in the first race, and there were some slow movements after all, and also he played a bit safe. I think he died on 3-3. Emilio also got some small mistakes, but everything was fine on his side at the end. On this second game, this was something going for Jonathan. Emilio also was playing risky. A lot of bad moments happened to him, and that was the opportunity that Jonathan was looking in order to be ahead. So now everything can happen on this game 3. We need to mention that, as I said before, as I have mentioned before, Emilio is the former world record holder. He has an 18:28 at that time. Jonathan was having 1951, and on the last race he got a 1940. This was a new PB for him. So congrats about that. And again, this is another example that it doesn't matter if there's a big difference on runners PBs. Everything can happen, and everything can be good or not. So you don't have to feel ashamed or something like that for experience like this. Just everything can happen, and maybe you can get a big surprise like we have got him with Jonathan, that he won the second game and also got a PB. And looked like in the chat some people wasn't expecting that, but anyways, it looks like both runners are ready for the next game. So the countdown has begun. We need to wait some extra seconds before we're able to see that here on screen. Looks like to get relaxed or trying to be calm. They are trying to take their nervous apart, and they are getting ready because we're gonna be watching the third game of the losers bracket of this Pepsiman Any Tournament. So I wish the best of luck to both of the runners, because now the action is gonna start. So good luck for both of the runners. Let's see again which surprises do we get. Then again, starting with some damage on 1-1, not like this. Emilio keep skipping his endless pace up to this point. Now moving to 1-2, that's gonna put the audio to Emilio, who is currently ahead. Small difference, but it's still being a difference anyways. This was counted for Emilio, saving 2 seconds. Jonathan catches 12 Pepsi cans, so he's gonna be losing 2 seconds. Now the big Pepsi can again. Hopefully Emilio is gonna be able to complete this damage less. Moving now to the second stage of the game. It's still being a small window of time, with 9 seconds of difference. Nothing can happen again. And we got the disadvantage of taking risk on the bridge with Emilio falling down, and well, with this, unfortunately, he's gonna be losing a good amount of time. Now Jonathan is ahead, and also Jonathan falling down after that hit, ladies and gentlemen. What an interesting bridge section for both of the runners. That this was the opportunity of Jonathan to be ahead, but mistakes were made mostly since after you receive damage, you lose your momentum. And sometimes trying to get a dash is not like an easy task, or trying to move really quick to the left or the right. Yeah, that was something interesting for both of the runners. Not gonna lie. But no, I don't know. This is turning really, really interesting. Yeah, bot died there. And again, Emilio trying to go for canless. Unfortunately, he catch a Pepsi can, so this is not gonna be canless for him. Something bad considering that on the previous races he was able to make this stage canless. This was his first stage canless in both previous races. looks like on this case it's not gonna be a situation for him. Okay, I clean use this one. Sorry to issue for both of the runners. Now red pizza time. Very focused on the stage. I really like how both of the runners are really focused on this section of the game. And there we go. 2-2 for Emilio. On a beat, it's gonna be 2-2 for Jonathan. We have completed the half of the game with both of the runners. I don't know if we're gonna be having another surprise later. Again, Emilio. Going to the risky way. And looks like we got the truck skip on his side. Let's see how this everything's gonna be for Jonathan on a bit. That again he hasn't won for the canless, sorry for the truck skip, so let's see how this everything's gonna be for him. And also he got 3 cans. Emilio is still being canless, he has catched the last checkpoint. Let's see if he's gonna be able to get this canless. Okay, he received damage, but with this it's more easier to get the canless as well. At least we thought that because unfortunately he got 2 Pepsi cans, so another 2 seconds he's gonna be losing. Yep, you can bong a beer. Yeah, and unfortunately that's another death for Emilio. again, these sections with the small bridge are really complicated. Both of the runners were good on the previous stages because they haven't died there, and unfortunately Emilio has died here. It's gonna help a bit Jonathan, but Jonathan's still being way behind. He has lots of amount of time due to the truck because he hasn't won for the skip. And also, let's see if Emilio is able to complete this without problems, because unfortunately one of the rocks decided to make its magic against Emilio, which was something really bad. And also, Jonathan completing this without receiving damage, that was really good. Oh, well, without dying, which is really amazing, because the battle sections are another insta kills on the game. Yeah, it's kinda complicated to get it's kinda complicated to get that last section kinda less. I don't know how many Pepsi cans has got Emilio. Okay, 28. With this, he's gonna be getting another extra life. I don't think he's gonna be needing it, but at this point, it's a bit safe to get a couple of extra lives because we have seen on the previous runs how the game has decided to troll the runners. And also, Jonathan finishing with 23, so he's gonna get another one up, but both of them has 2 lives, which is really good. Well, 2 extra lives. Now it's time to go to the Pepsi City. Truck skip for Emilio. And also truck skip for Jonathan. Also, Jonathan is running at 30 frames, so... Well, the game runs at 30 frames anyway, so... It's fine. I really hate this last section on Borders 1. But the thing is that none of the runners has been getting problems here. And well, caster course, I think. Because this is why I hate this last section of the stage. Unfortunately, Emilio died, but Jonathan's still being way behind. This is still being good for Emilio. He's still being pretty ahead than Jonathan. Yeah, this helps Jonathan to reduce some time, but Jonathan needs to keep it going clean, and he needs to wait until Emilio get another big mistake if he wanna make a comeback, because up to this point, that's really hard. That's gonna be something really hard. who's gonna be the person who's gonna be facing Cooper on the winner's bracket. That's something we're gonna be knowing on the next minutes. We're gonna know that on the next minutes. Okay. For now, Emilio has been cleaned until the first checkpoint. Jonathan has catched the Pepsi cans. And you can do this countless, but it's complicated. And also, Emilio now received damage because that big Pepsi can there wasn't nice for him. And again, receiving damage. This is gonna be... Definitely Emilio's not gonna catch Pepsi cans. I'm aware of him. So if he receives damage again, this is gonna be really bad for him. But he reached the end of this stage, so that's not gonna be like a big problem. So... Tied. Walls again. And okay, I think up to this point we know who's gonna win. The only thing that can change everything is that Emilio dies. If Emilio dies here on or the stream. GG's for Emilio, who has won this, and also GG's for Jonathan for finish the run.
Everybody Pepsi! Drink Pepsi! Pepsi. Only my choice.
Okay, I marked them, both of them as they have finished this, but it looks like the system is not getting updated. It was a very super close race, not gonna lie. And we're gonna be having the rematch of main bracket. Because with this, Emilio's gonna be facing again Hooper on the main bracket. Okay, let me see why this is not getting updated.
Pepsi is...
Okay, for some reason the system doesn't wanna update this. I don't know why. But this is just a thing with the screen, definitely. Okay, it took a while, but it got updated. But Emilio is not showing what points, but anyways, GG's for both of them. We are just gonna be waiting for both of the runners to come here to voice chat. for a small interview here. And there we go. We have runners here. We have about Emilio and Jonathan. Hi guys. Good night. Well, good evening. Good morning.
Hello,
Hello.
good evening, good night in my case, because Uruguay, lol. I don't know who will talk first. I
Or
think
wanna talk? I don't know. I don't know. Jonathan's not replying. Maybe he's checking something with his microphone. So
I am
since
here.
you are
Yeah.
talking
Good
here,
evening.
okay. Yes, we can hear you. So GG's guys. This was a very close race. I need to mention that. Here we got a lot of excitement, a lot of amazing comments, a lot of interesting mistakes. So first things first, first Emilio. First of all, congratulations for winning this. This was not an easy task, definitely for any of you guys. So, well, Emilio, what do you wanna say about what have you done here?
well, with the mistake I made, uh, I I don't be surprised if I lose, but uh, anyway, I win. I want to congrat absolutely Jonathan for your progress in this game, in the speedrun of this game. Looks like you done a PV. I congrats too for that. That was a serious race for boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah. Congrats, Emilio,
no.
for winning the game. Yeah, and thank you very much for the amazing game. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be a hell of a match between you and McCooper later. It will be a rematch as well. And we know what happened in the semis, and yeah, I think it's going to be amazing as well. And
Yes,
yeah,
I know.
yeah, I got a PB on my second game. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, for me, yeah, I don't know why I died on 3-3, the lock chase on my first game. I never happened to me before. Like, yeah, like I don't know when was the last time I died there. Like,
You die in 3-3.
yeah, on my first game. Yeah, that was a bit silly. But yeah,
The
I think
first
that level,
Same here.
once you got, because I don't really memorize the location of the lock. So once I got hit once, then it becomes closer to the lock, so my reaction time becomes smaller. Then yeah, I know that I might die once I got a hit. But yeah,
that's a problem there because when you get hit, you get less time to react. So with just a single hit, everything gets harder. And I still saying that 3-3 from all the four auto-scroller stages, 3-3 is the most hardest from all of them. So if you die there, well, if you receive damage a single time, that's a signal you're gonna be die. You're gonna die. So that was really unfortunate. So Jonathan, also GG's. Unfortunately, well, you now got the third place in the tournament, but you got a PV by 11 seconds based on what do you have on speedrun.com. So
right. Yeah, I guess my second game was pretty smooth. I mean, based on my standard. My first one, I think if I don't die in 3-3, I would get the similar timing, which still loses to Emilio. Like, I think Emilio got like 1928 on his first game. But yeah, I think that makes after 3-3. I don't know whether you actually watched the stream, Emilio, but yeah, I can imagine, like, if you watch the stream, you probably realize that after 3-3, like, the lead is very much further, and probably you can do safer strats or something like that. But yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't know whether the death matters. I mean, if you just compute the time, it doesn't. But I don't know whether the death like matters in your strategy from 4-1 further.
Yeah, I just try to be consistent. I prefer sometimes be safer instead of faster. For
in which
example,
moment you were safer? You were playing risky all the time.
Canless 1-1 and 2-1, but uh, I don't know. I play faster too, a little safer, but faster. I if you think that I guess I can't negate you.
We got here also some differences because also on the second round of the game, on the second game, I think you died. Yes, you died on 3-2. That was something really bad for you. That rock was a bit troll with you, and with that, that was the opportunity for Jonathan to get a small advantage. But then I don't now at this point I remember exactly if that was the point where he was. No, you died also on 4-1 on the second run, right?
No, I don't die.
You failed. No, I'm asking to Emilio.
Okay.
You're
If
talking
you died on
about
the second game, your second game. If you
yeah.
have died on
Second,
4-1.
without doubt, I die. And the
Okay.
third
Yeah,
game
because
too.
that was the point. That was the point where Jonathan used that on his side in order to get the advantage, and also, or it was important too. It wasn't one of those stages where you have died or received damage, and that was the comeback that nobody was expecting. And without also Jonathan was able to get that second point because again, both of you were playing. Almost at the same level. The big difference were that Jonathan played a bit safer some sections, and also something curious to mention is that on this last game, both of you died on the construction section, on the bridge, because first Emilio losing his momentum. We thought that with this Jonathan was gonna be able to be really ahead from Emilio, but then Jonathan receiving damage and his momentum was robbed, and also he died. So that was really important with both of you on that section. That was really interesting. Also, something I wanted to point out.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I probably might have be able to survive that fall after I got hit by the falling logs. No, not logs. What do you call that? Like bar or something. But yeah, I was focusing on gaining my speed. Like when you get hit, you try to break a bit and then dash again. I was focusing on that movement, and I don't know why I was doing that because right in front of me was a hole. I should focusing on getting out of the hole first before I dash, but I don't know why I try to focus on doing the break and getting my speed back, but yeah, I shouldn't do that. But yeah, I think it might have been survivable, but yeah, I was focusing on wrong thing, and yeah, I was falling on the pit. Yeah, on 2-1. Yeah.
Well,
Mac Hopper
yeah, go
don't
ahead.
believe me about safer. He has
Nobody
been
believes you,
this
Emilio.
first.
Nobody believes you. I even don't believe you played safe. You
I
went
I
risky all
don't
the time.
I don't fault them.
Yeah, because you always play pretty risky
Yeah. I guess
most of the time.
on the second game, I don't know whether it's really what happened. Maybe Emilio can confirm, but yeah, I think because I think after 3-3, because I don't die in 3-3 on the second game, I was pretty close. I think it gives a bit pressure to him, and I think he makes a mistake in 4-1 that I think you mentioned that he died in 4-1. But in the first game, like because I died in 3-3, the lead is so much ahead that Emilio maybe don't feel pressure and all, and I think on the first game, like yeah, there's just no chance for me to catch up because yeah, it's like once the lead is further, I think he don't really. I think Emilio does not really need to go for these risky strats that give me an opportunity to catch up if he died. So yeah, that 3-3 there is I don't know why it still happened, and I regretted a bit, but yeah, congrats once again.
Nice match. That was tight and well. Again, you do pretty good. You got a PB in this tournament. I'm glad to face you in this match. The next I don't know when, but see ya.
Yeah, thanks once again, and yeah, I'll definitely watch that one. I guess good luck to you as well, and to McCooper. It will be very exciting match. Like
Yeah, this will explode.
So before we say goodbye, I have another question for you, Emilio, because Hooper on chat asked Kids and Percent race when, and I told him if you guys want, grand finals can be Kids and Percent.
I don't have
And he said
problem.
let's do it. So would you like
I don't have
to make that the Would like to
General
close the
finals.
tournament with Kids and Percent on finals.
I don't have problem with that. We can play cuts and percent instead any. The only difference is you can't skip the cutscenes.
And it will be really funny to see who's gonna be the first one who's gonna mess up and gonna skip a cutscene. But hopefully none of them are gonna skip those. Looks like we're gonna be having cutscene percent at the end of this Any Person tournament. So, well, again, GG's guys, you made an excellent job, and
Yeah, I guess it's
On
come
grand
to the
final.
natural conclusion that the top two on the leaderboards comes to the final. Like, yeah, in the end, it's all like in the end, it's like eventually the top two
not all the time, because I have seen another tournaments where that has not been a thing, because I have seen that sometimes in our tournaments, not the top runners or not the first and second place face themselves on the final match. So it was a coincidence that it happened, yes, but not all the time happens, as we have mentioned before. But well, again, GG's guys, and I think that for now we are done. And I really hope that everybody has enjoyed this amazing match between these amazing runners. Be sure to follow them. I was Yo Senpai, and see you next time on the final match of the tournament.
Thanks for watching. That's all, folks.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a Pepsi.
Good night, toy. Drink Pepsi, you fool.
Pepsi for TV game.
Sonotori.